Good afternoon. I'd like to tell you a brief little story about something that happened to me when I was younger, in my mid 20s. So, I used to live up in the north of England, up in West Yorkshire, and one Saturday morning I was at home, uh, and there was a knock on the door. So I went and opened the door, and these two young American lads stood outside. They were from a church. I'm not going to say which church it was. Um, and they looked at me, and one said, "We're in the local area. We're chatting to uh, people to just introduce ourselves because we've opened a church nearby, and we're just making an attempt to get to know people." So I said, "Yeah," and they said, "Well, do you mind if we come in and have a talk to you?" I said, "Well, I wasn't doing anything, so." I said, "Yeah, by all means, come in. We can have a chat." So I invited them in, sat them down, and like a good Englishman, I gave them both a cup of tea and made them comfortable. And then I said, "So what can I do for you?" And one of them looked at me and said, "Can we ask you what you believe in?" And I said, "Well, actually, lads, I don't believe in anything." I said, "And for a very good reason." I said, "Let's say, for example, that I was to ask you, how many legs do you have? Would you reply that you believe that you have two legs?" I said, "No, of course you wouldn't, would you? Because you know how many legs you've got." I said, "The truth is, we human beings can only believe in what we don't yet know. So if I did start telling you what I believe in, I'd actually be only telling you in a roundabout way that I don't really know what I'm talking about, that I'm ignorant of the facts, as it were." So they both sat looking at me. So I said, "Do you intend to start telling me what you believe in now?" Obviously, they'd realise at that point that, uh, as far as they were concerned, I was a kind of dead end, that they weren't going to get anything from me. So um, we kind of exchanged a few pleasantries, as it were, and it wasn't long before uh, they were desperate to get away. And my point is that the next time someone is telling you what they believe, just remember that they don't actually know what they're talking about. Um, as they say, you can only believe in what you don't know. Belief comes before knowledge in the process of growing in intelligence. First you believe, and then you know. And obviously, when you do know, well, you don't believe anymore, do you? So I do hope that answers a question that seems to have troubled humanity for an awful long time. Bye bye.